When will you have this? For lunch tomorrow?
Yeah.
So you're not coming back tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow.
Because you got dinner there. Rock hard
I like your
mozzarella.
pretty
Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god. Finally! No way. Oh my god, I have been grinding this pet for years. Oh, I can never do this boss again. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm overreacting so much, but I am so happy. Oh my god. Yes, I can never do this boss ever again. So I am late on this upload by a few days. I was supposed to upload this video on Thursday, but I've been a lazy fart bastard. And my plan was to upload the video before I would go to work on Friday and Saturday. But I woke up way too late on both of the days, and I've just been basically really lazy. So I apologise, this video was supposed to go out days ago, but you know, it's whatever, it's here now, we're all good. So the new Slayer monsters came out. We have Drakes, Hydras, and what they call Wyrms? Wyrms? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce them, probably pronouncing it terribly wrong, but it's all good. I didn't get a chance to kill the Hydras because I've burnt like 2,000 Slayer points and I haven't received the 1 Hydra task, so hopefully I'm going to get it pretty soon so I can start killing that boss for that loot. So the new Slayer monsters, the Drakes and Wyrms. The Drakes require level 84 Slayer and the Wyrms require level 63, I believe. Basically how they work is that they're very simple, very basic to learn. You just gotta pre-range, be at the distance. It's best to range them in my opinion, and use a cannon. Definitely use a cannon, it speeds up the task a lot. If you don't use a cannon, the task is gonna take a little bit of time, so I would highly recommend it. The Drakes also have a little special attack depending on how long you take to kill, but normally it's just one every single kill. It will fire a pretty slow red lava ball thing at you, and you have to move just one square in any direction. If you don't move one square in any direction and it hits you, you'll get dealt about maybe 30 damage-ish, something like that, so you definitely want to move out the way. It's just one square though, it's no big deal, but it's not really like AFK, so that's a little bit of downfall to it, but other than that it's very easy to kill, no problems. So methods I tried to using first, I tried a max melee with bandos. It's pretty easy. They do melee and range, and the kills they take, you know, they're a bit fast, they're a bit slow, but melee I wouldn't really recommend doing it. Maybe if you're like welfare, can't really afford range, I would recommend melee. I saw a lot of people using toxic tridents and I highly would recommend staying away from using mage at Drakes. Honestly, the total loot isn't worth for using a trident, and I think you honestly end up losing money. I could be wrong, you might profit a little bit, but using a trident is a bit expensive at these monsters since they don't drop a whole lot of amazing items. But you know, if you want to use mage, go for it. I wouldn't recommend it, but I would highly recommend range, because I believe blowpipe and cannon is the best way to do it. I even tried using a T-bow, and T-bow is not really that best at this monster. T-bow only works on monsters that have a high magic attack level, or is it defense? I'm not entirely sure. The T-bow does hit a lot frequently, but it's not like really high damage, like 50s, 60s. It's just like your average hits, 20s, 30s, something like that, and I really wouldn't recommend T-bow. It's not the best. I think T-bow speed and melee speed with kill time is like kind of the same-ish, so wouldn't recommend T-bowing. Again, go with the blowpipe and the cannon. So now I want to talk about the loot of the Drakes. So what I found that Drakes drop a lot is a ton of nature runes, deaths, laws, and a shit ton of rune hours. Over half of the loot is just from those items that I just listed, which is a lot of runes. So if you're an Iron Man, I want to get some nice cheeky lore runes, boom, go to Drakes, easy. You'll get like 600, 700 per task, it's amazing. So the Drakes do actually have a couple of unique drops. They drop a Drake's Claw, and you can upgrade Boots of Stone into the Boots of Brimstone. So the Boots of Stone basically prevent you from taking damage in the area, and then when you upgrade into Boots of Brimstone, it's just a little bit extra stats. It gives a little bit of mage attack, melee attack as well, and a bit of defense. But is it something you really need? No, because Drakes already have really low defense. They also drop the Drake's Tooth, which you can upgrade Holy Sandals into Devout Boots, which give +5 prayer. It counts as a Saradomin item in Goblet's Dungeon, and are also the best in slot prayer boots. These can also drop Dragon Thrown Axes from raids, and also Dragon Knives. So the total loot I got from one Slayer task of Drakes is just a little bit over 1 mil. It's not too shabby. It reminds me of an Abyssal Demon task, to be honest. The only thing with Drakes is that you can't really AFK. You gotta move one square, maybe about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. So it's up to you, man. It's not really the best loot. I wouldn't really recommend doing the task because it's not that AFK. If it was AFK, I wouldn't mind doing it, but in my opinion, I'm not really a big fan of this task. It's not my favourite. They're alright really, but just the fact that you can't really AFK and the uniques are only worth about 1 mil-ish. So in my opinion, I'm not really a big fan of Drakes, but maybe they'll be a big fan of you. Right, so now onto the Wyrms, which require level 62 Slayer to kill. So honestly, Wyrms are probably the coolest Slayer monsters I've ever seen in RuneScape. Their animation is sick. They're like a really cool dragon that, you know, starts going around in little balls, and then when you attack it, it goes skyrocket in the air, and then it starts like throwing its head at you. It looks really cool, in my opinion. It reminds me of that character from Dragon Ball where the character like gives you wishes or something like that from the Dragon Balls. Like they summon the Dragon Balls and the big dragon comes out or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called, but this Slayer monster reminds you of that character from that TV show. So Wyrms attack with Mage and Melee, and they're only level Combat 99. So the methods I tried to use was obviously Blowpipe. Blowpipe did really well against them. Didn't really find any problems, you know. Blowpipe's pretty good everywhere, to be honest. Let's be real. Blowpipe is the fucking meta. And yeah, Blowpipe did pretty well. No problems. Hit pretty often. Not too shabby. And then I wanted to try a little bit of a different tactic. I wanted to try a bit of melee. So what I did was, since they attack with Mage and Melee, I took out full Armadillo with a Haster. And you might be thinking, Telly, Armadillo gives negative melee bonuses. And I am aware of that, but the thing is that Wyrms, they have very, very low defense. So even if you're wearing Armadillo, you still hit just as fine with a Haster on, with Armadillo equipped. So I brought out Armadillo armor with a Haster, Defender, all that stuff, and it was pretty chill. I didn't have to use P-pots or anything like that. It was pretty AFK. Really not a whole lot of big deal. Didn't really hit anything on me. Really chill task, not a big deal. And yeah, I basically didn't have to pray anything. I just tanked with Armadillo, tanked the Mage and Melee hits. They don't really hit that often. Pretty easy. Would I use Melee with Armadillo or Blowpipe? Honestly, I don't really know. I haven't experimented in them too much, so I don't know. Maybe Blowpipe would be best because then you can only get to Prey Mage and you'll take no damage ever. Or, you know, with Armadillo if you're high level. I don't know, but both of the methods, they worked great, no problems. So I actually did get a unique. I got the Dragon Harpoon, which honestly, in my opinion, I believe it's either 1 in 512 or 1 in 1k. I had other people around me get a Dragon Harpoon as well, so I think it's like 512, 1k, something like that. They took the Dragon Harpoon off the Chambers of Xeric drops and they added it to the Wyrms. They also did add the Dragon Knives, Dragon Throne Axes, and the Dragon Swords to the drop table as well. So the Wyrms are the only creatures in the game that drop the Dragon Swords and the Dragon Harpoons from now on. Other than that, there's not really too much to say about them. They do drop red D-high legs a lot. They do drop blood runes and some rune items, so nothing really too special. I mean, it's only level 62 Slayer monsters, so you're not expecting like 5 mil per hour, but the drops are pretty decent for what level it is. So the overall loot is about 6 mil with the Dragon Harpoon, but taking that out, it's about 700k. Honestly, the Dragon Harpoon is crashing down. I believe it's like 1 or 2 mil now because a lot more Dragon Harpoons coming to the game because they removed it from Chambers of Xeric and added it to the Wyrms, and there's shit ton of people are killing them. So Dragon Harpoons are not that priced anymore, unfortunately, but it's whatever. I don't really mind. In my opinion, not really a big fan of the Wyrms. They don't drop anything too exciting besides a Harpoon and Sword. Probably like 1 mil items yet again, but they are pretty easy to kill, pretty AFK. All you gotta do is click on one of them and then boom, you're off. Easy. But they're not aggressive. That's the problem I have with them. If they were aggressive, it'd be such an easy AFK task, but I think I'm asking a bit too much when I'm wanting them to be aggressive, to be honest. So yeah, Wyrms on that bad of a drop table. Level 62 requirement, so not too shabby. Decent drops. Iron Man, they do drop Snake Grass Seeds, so there you go. And they do have a unique drop of Addy and Rune Arrow Tips, so I don't know if anyone fancies them really, but I just thought that was a bit unique to point out. So yeah, basically blood runes, Addy items, some rune items, the new dragon items as well, Dragon Sword, Dragon Harpoon, Dragon Throne Axe, Dragon Knives, a little bit of seeds, and then the arrow tips and uncuts as well. So not too shabby of a level 62 Slayer monster. Okay, so that basically wraps up the loot from a task of Drakes and Wyrms. Hopefully the commentary is decent. I'm not a big fan of doing urban commentary because it's just, I don't know, it just feels a bit weird to me. And just not really the best at it, so hopefully I did a decent job at it. So if you don't remember, at the beginning of the video, I did finally get the HELLPUPPY. I have been wanting this pet for a very, very long time. Just to show you the journey I've been on, I've had 3 jars of soul. There's 2 in my bank and there's 1 in my house. By the way, these crystals aren't what I got from 6k sub KC. I think I started this like 2,000 kills ago, maybe 1.5k kills ago, so it's not the whole task, unfortunately. I would be very curious to see how much I got from 6.1k kills. And this Slayer tab right now, it was 400 mil yesterday, and for some reason it's gone down like 9 mil, so I don't know what's happened. And then just to show my other jar, it's right here. I put it in the little display case. I wish they were untradeable, man, because like I could just buy the shit and then put it in the display case, and then boom, like be like, oh, I got one. And if you're curious about how many pets I have, this is all I've got right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 12 pets, so that's sick. But yeah, I'm just really happy I got Cerberus. I don't have to do the boss anymore, which I'm really happy about. Oh yeah, and by the way, at the beginning of the video, I did say that I haven't received the Hydra task yet, but finally, after a couple of days of grinding, I got one. Boom, 142 Hydras, so can't wait to make a video about them. And I'll also be making a video on the entire Karen achievement diary. The whole video will contain every single task from easy, medium, hard, and elite, all on one video. So I'll have that up for you, hopefully by tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, I hope the video was decent, good quality. If you didn't like, please leave a like down below, you guys know what to do. And give a little cheeky subscribe as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take it easy.